Hi, thank you for coming to the Philippines. A question for the three of you. By the way, my wife loses sleep watching your videos. A question for the three of you. How would you describe the Philippines in the context of the hobby, the plants, the collectors, the plants that you can get in here, the good and the bad? How does the Philippines differ from other countries? A question even for my kabayan. I'm by the way Luis from Misamis Occidental. So
Oh, in Mindanao.
Okay, my first impression from the collector side is that you guys have a lot of gardens here, a lot of passionate gardeners, and a strong gardening culture and heritage that's passed down from generations to generations. I still see families with their kids out here shopping for plants, an intergenerational hobby that I actually don't really see in many parts of the world. So this is something that's unique. Also in my comments, hey, I watched it with my mom, I watched it with my sister or my aunt. And that's one thing that I've noticed. So you guys have a wonderful garden culture here. One thing I noticed that you guys have a ton of sellers. You guys have the most live sellers in the world. Although, to be honest, I'm not sure how that transcends into sales data. I don't know how many people are actually buying the plants because I don't know that side of the trade, but I just know that you guys have a lot of sellers. That can be a good thing, that can be a bad thing. So I'm just eagerly waiting to see what's happening. I'm also keeping an eye out. But you guys have a voracious appetite for rare plants. Some of the rarest plants now are going into the Philippines. You guys are the biggest gamblers. The two or three of the Devil Monteras that were sold in the last June's auction came to the Philippines. That's pretty mind-blowing. So you guys are some of the biggest crazy ass consumers of rare plants, and that is also keeping the international market going. The other countries should also learn to be crazy ass. Of course, within reason. You invest because you have to be smart about investing. You keep in mind plant prices go up and down, so it's all about timing. It's all about making money for everyone and hoping that nobody has a loss in this. But it's an interesting market, the Philippines. I think you guys are actually growing steadily. I also understand in the COVID era, you guys didn't go up as much as the other countries. The other countries saw a rise, maybe because at the time, my guess is it was not easy for you guys to import plants in during the COVID era. And you guys are getting more and more import restrictions getting eased now, so you guys are now experiencing more and more imports, and you guys are propagating and also exporting. I understand the Devil Monsteras that came here, a few of them actually went back overseas, so they must have made even more profit from it. So that's just something that's happening in the Philippines.
I think 4 of the Devil Monsteras that went here to the Philippines already came back to Thailand.
Yes.
When was that? I think August or September last year. So yeah, being a Filipino myself, I actually can say that I think the Philippines is might be the biggest market for the ornamental plants right now. Not just for the philodendrons or the monsteras. I think all the other varieties. It just shoot up during just what Sean has mentioned. When the importation was more like relaxed a bit, and there was a time, I think it was in 2022 or maybe late 2021, when a lot of plant sellers already went to Thailand and did the live selling, blah blah blah. So we have all the plants here already. So yeah, I'm not so sure if what's the status also. Maybe in Thailand they have a very big market. Philippines, of course, I think it's just close there. How about in Malaysia? Are there a lot of
quite a reclusive. I don't know what's happening in my community. But I think what we've seen is just plants becoming much more accessible. And it's a funny thing, when you can't have something, you keep thinking about it and wanting to have it. And when it becomes more accessible, now you're like, oh yeah, it's okay. I don't have to have it. So yeah, that's my consumer market.
Okay, thank you. Can we also say that it's more harder to bring in plants in Malaysia compared? Yeah, I think it's very hard.
Very hard to bring in plants to Malaysia. Stop.
Okay, and we have
Um,
yes, ma'am.